Hello, I'm Ngurah Ratnadi. I'm excited to be involved in this creativity and innovation during COVID-19 pandemic English speech contest by LLDIKTI Wilayah 8 Bali NTB on its 39th anniversary. Fellow students, what have you been doing for the past few months in order to cope with your stress and fatigue during this pandemic? Well, some of my friends admit that they spend time with streaming on Netflix and Korean dramas. Some say they decided to procrastinate their assignments, and others admit being productive by updating TikTok dances and pushing rank on sport games. So, how about you? Well, most of our life amid this pandemic will live it in front of our gadget screens. On this point, seen from students' perspective, fatigue of online learning can hit anyone. Monotonous methods and overwhelming assignment-based learning are such a burden. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I used to blame my lectures for these exhausting classes. But then I realized lecturers cannot be blamed on this case because we are both struggling to get used to this unexpected accelerated shift to the future image of our education. And it's why I choose to be different. Because I realize that this type of learning is student-centered, where we, the students, should be creative and innovative in order to help ourselves deal with the process of learning. And of course, amid this pandemic, our creativity and innovation in the process of learning are highly required. Fellow students, since I choose to be different, I'm not in the same tone with what most students do. And that's why, actually, I hook up with an innovative learning method that I drew from kinds of escape that what most students have done. For examples, I drew audiovisual videos from streaming movies and critical thinking in playing games. As I realized the benefit that I can draw from our mainstream online platforms, on social media, for examples, I started to follow accounts that are relevant to my studies in English literature. So whenever I open those platforms, there pops out contents like IELTS and TOEFL tips for proficiency, BBSs to get used to perceived pronunciation, learn new lexicons, as well as critically absorb information within an English text, and many more relevant contents. Actually, these contents support me to learn relevant topics that I study without even knowing the fact that I'm studying at the moment. As a result, I unconsciously enrich my knowledge towards my class instruction in a fun way. Fellow students, I do believe we are creative and innovative generation, but we are just lazy. So instead of drowning in stress, fatigue, and apathetic towards class instruction, why don't we turn this crisis into opportunity to creatively innovate our personal space to sportive learning environment? That's what I have experienced. Because most of the time amid this pandemic, I even flee myself from online classes to my smartphone, which is my personal space. But at the same time, I also have to keep up with my studies. So from this pinpoint, I attempt to innovate my habit in using smartphone for not just being an escape, but also a complementary knowledge enrichment device. Hello students, if we can do this small but significant innovation personally for ourselves today, I'm sure we will do much bigger and better innovation for people tomorrow. This is my game. What's yours? I'm Ngurah Ratnadi. I thank you.